Yeah, this is my video how to understand music categories. You know how I used to talk about categories all the time? If you watch my previous videos, uh, for this video, I'm going to be more specific on categories. For music category, like let's just imagine it is, you are really good at category A. Uh, category A, it's a thing you always use all the time. If you use category A and you're good with it, I recommend that through using category A, if you notice that if you've used free loops, you notice that for the piano, you can actually move it to different sections. And for each section that you know well, I guess the ones that you just like the most, you prefer, try to memorize its distinct sound, because the thing about a piano is from each time you move it from a different angle, from the beginning to the end, it has a different sound to it. A different sound. Like it goes from lighter to deeper. So that's what you need to do, is you just need to remember, like when you think in your head of that certain category, like maybe it might be A1 to A10, B1 to B10, whatever. Try to imagine for each category its distinct sound, at least overall, like try to think of it in your head, so you might be easier for you to remember. If I want to find a bunch of notes that sound that particular way, I'm going to go to this section. And once you do that, you memorize the notes. You can then start working on developing different musical style. You can then different musical styles. What I actually meant to say is, let's just say you might like A1 to A10 for category A, and you also like category D. You like it's B1 to B10. These are just examples, these don't have to be facts. If you like it that way, guess what? You can maybe mix the two together. You might think in your head, you remember the different categories. You remember how this section of notes sounded for category D, and you might mix it with category A when you're making a song, and you say, hey, these two things go well together. So that's just simply my explanation on how to understand categories. Yeah, and once you do that, you'll be better able to learn how to put music together. That's the thing about this series, is that it's almost coming to an end. Next video is the last one, I think. I think it's the last one. The most that might ever be potentially is a demonstration. And that's the thing about it, is that once you learn these sorts of things, is that these sorts of things are just a way to help people understand it better, instead of taking music theory classes that are, from what I've heard, are incredibly boring. And the thing about it is that these tips are harmless, and who knows, maybe it might work and maybe it might not work. It sure is to be, I'm pretty sure with all of the facts I've given, at least, I'm certain that all of my facts would work to some degree, because they just rely off of just common sense, really. So that's my video, and the next video will be the last one for this series, and yeah, that's all I have to say.